to Warning TV. I'm joined here by the mighty Goldie. Today we're going to have a little interview and talk about Warning, metalheads and sort of future things. So Goldie, what do you like playing at Warning the most?
Sorry. I had to do that. Okay, start again. Sorry. I had to do that. Go on, no. Go on, again. Compose yourself. Here we go. Come on.
I'm joined here by the mighty Goldie. We're going to interview each other, or I'm going to interview Goldie. Oh, can't be on a bad one.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, have you got balls? Come on, show us the audience you can do this.
I've got the balls. I'm joined here by the mighty Goldie, head of Metalheads Recordings. We're going to have a little chat about Warning and all future things coming up. So, Goldie, you've just played at Warning. Why do you enjoy playing the most at Warning?
Yeah, I just love it, man. It's been here as far as I can remember Karen Randall's boxing here, you know what I mean? And it really is mad. It's just one of those places that's actually outside of London, really still happening. I mean, I think a lot of it became saturated, but I think that drum and bass has been tumultuous anyway. It took a long journey up and down, and also the change of people around, you know, students leaving or coming back, or people just generally growing up, and that kind of changed. I think that's what's a really good thing, and I've seen it change over the years, but I think now it's a lot kind of older, a little bit more mature. That, you know, the sound's it's all coming back again, and it's brilliant. You know, you got from Andy to me to, you know, to kind of like comics, and you got this whole mad influence. I think it's just generally, you know, Warning has always kind of been on the outside of that. And I think because it's outside of London, and it's, you know, in Cambridge, it's just had that kind of time to grow more organically. Do you know what I mean?
What's a thing, man? Or the boom bang.
Hey, when I say DJ, please say hype. DJ.
Wicked
Run
things.
that.
We got the audience inside the building. Outside the fan base, grab your camera, start filming.
Going to a bear. It's on the ring, about some hands in the air. Sound of the man beats this, step it up the gear right now. Raven Maximus the sound. There's it. From this setting, no one can take it. From this setting, no one can take it. From this setting, no one can take it. Yeah.
So within kind of the scene, what are the big producers apart from obviously comics? I mean, who are you feeling at the moment?
I feel like, you know, people like Perez, you know, I think people like Sabre, Break, System especially. I mean, he's just come out with a stormer, you know, and he's a guy that's been around a while, but he's, man, you know, it's unbelievable what he's been doing lately. And I think there's just a general, you know, there's Dubai, a guy from up in Newcastle way. There's just some great guys that are really bringing through some good sound, and I think it's really difficult. You know, a lot of the young kids that are doing stuff, it's very difficult to make very cutting edge stuff without getting, you know, either shunned because you're not a name, or it's actually getting played because it ain't, you know, it ain't kind of commercial music. So that's kind of difficult. That's what I found with the comic stuff. I found it very, you know, they probably got more chance of people playing their tunes and playing mine, because it's kind of, I grew up on this stuff, so my output on this is different. Whereas they've got this real, we can be played in a party, we can be played, you know, from you know, in your car. It's like got a real access all areas kind of sound to it, but it's got a lot of integrity. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm not really into, but then again, they ain't into my thing, and I think everyone has their own voice, and that's the way, you know, music. That's the thing about this music, that I think that a lot of us are in danger of becoming like that. We have to understand that within our own drum and bass scene, it's about, you know, I think that's one thing that they've done here at Warning, is to have different types of the music. Sure. If you just got one type of it, it ain't going to be just eclectic, you know, kind of metalhead sound all the time, or if you just ramp all the time, if it's just V kind of sound all the time, it wouldn't really work. I think that whole thing, you know, is
you've got to mix it up a bit.
You got to mix it up. I mean, that's what's really come through with that, and I think that those different strands have become a lot stronger within that kind of umbrella of Warning. And I think also you've got your fan base. I mean, that doesn't change. I mean, it does change over the years, But having that fan base and having that kind of, you know, that mailing list and getting those people and having that kind of family aspect. I mean, we did that, you know, 5 or 6 years ago in Metal Heads. You tried to create that family vibe. You know, go in Junction, you go in there, it's great, and it's a good vibe. And it's a friendly atmosphere, and that's what you kind of need. That's part of it.
That place rolling in a place. Bigging up all the crew in the front row, the middle row, the back row. All those having a good time, say yeah! It's standard. He knows it's standard. Trust me. Standardly. Fandelocious. Hey, you know your intro to the original rights. Legacy GQ. Let's get rowdy. Yo, let's get rowdy. Moving in the party. Let's get rowdy. Moving in the party. Let's get rowdy. Moving in the party. Let's get rowdy. Let's get rowdy. Let's get rowdy. Let's get rowdy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rowdy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get rowdy. I'll get rowdy, you know me. We got to live on the party. It's security time, and you see, you know. We gon' be Harley, you know. Right like the Harley. We up with the jump, the show you how we do it, yo. Turn up Harley. Top back on run, and this say you're the one. Turntable mix up. This is how we come. Steve Roll, we control GQ into gold. Warning, raise it.
There's a lot of new sort of emerging technologies and stuff out at the moment, like for instance CDJs are getting better, they've got Final Scratch, Fresh is coming out with his sound weapon. I mean, what do you think of all these sort of new technologies, and have you embraced any of it? Are you using any of it?
I'm just really, you know, I still play out CDs and records. I mean, sound weapon, what else that? Anyway, I don't know, I just don't think, I like to be hands-on with it a little bit. I mean, yes, it is changing, but I think, you know, here I can come and I can play records because the sound system's good. People don't understand that, well, 90% of me not playing records is because the sound's usually shite, or they haven't set it up right, or the volume of the CDJs and it's all over the place. And someone's got Serato and they unplug it and it's taking you 20 minutes to get it sorted after. Once that levels itself out, I think it's down to preference and what you like. But I find it, I'm still getting my head around just being able to work out what pair of socks I'm going to put on, let alone what, you know, what equipment I'm going to use. Do you know what I mean? I just like to play the tunes, and that's it. And I think that Chris said to me a while back, I'm like, you know, I run a record company and I'm trying to sell records, and he goes, that's a problem. You're trying to sell music, and he's got a point. You know, it's. You know, I remember some people at the front going, giving someone some stick, giving Shy some stick, going, you know, CDJ. I went, hang on a second, wait a minute, he's playing fucking music. What do you want? I don't care if you're playing it on the back of a Marmite jar, mate. As long as you're hearing it, it doesn't make any difference. You know, what do you want to do? Pull out like a cake and go, you see, I played it on a cake. You didn't realise that, did you? Do you know what I mean? You know,
absolutely.
I played it on a, you know, one of those keys, you know, a USB key. Imagine putting that in and just pressing play, and they couldn't see the decks, and they're all dancing around. Oh, but you wouldn't change your view then. What is that about? I think that a lot of those kind of people don't realise that, you know, we're just here to entertain, and you're here to be entertained, and you're here to hear the music. And if you're not, then there's the fucking door, you know, and that's the way I see it, you know what I mean?
Excellent. Well, I've been Kai, this is the mighty Goldie, signing out for Warning TV. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Warning.
The next one is the 13th birthday party right here on the 12th of April. If you had a good fucking time tonight, say yeah! Yeah! Yo, listen. One more tune. One more tune. One more tune. One more tune. One more tune.